Sit on Hit on AIG Media Pro TV. Hello guys, and welcome to another interesting and fresh episode of Sit on Hit on AIG Media Pro Television. This is the program where we educate you one or two topics what is happening in and around you. And on today's show, we have something very interesting, delicate, and something fresh we want to discuss on today's show. We are looking at COVID-19. This is actually the second phase of this, virus, and hundreds of thousands are being infected daily basis. Thousands of people die every day. We want to talk really what is COVID-19 all about and why this is the second phase of COVID-19 more severe than the first phase of COVID-19. And with me on the show today, I have a great personality. I have a medical practitioner here with me, Mrs. Joyce Amapuda of Joy Hospital. Hello, Ma, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm talking about COVID-19. Please, what is coronavirus?
Coronavirus is a wide range of infection that affect human respiratory tract disease.
So in essence, it's just what affects mostly the respiratory organ of the human body.
Yes.
So what can be the causes of this coronavirus?
The causes of coronavirus is through touching the infected person or infected patient that have already have the virus existing inside his body. If you have a contact with the person, conversation, so through the droplets of the person conversation with you, you can as well get it, because we get it through, mainly it's not airborne disease, but through droplets of the infected patient.
Interesting. So what are the early symptoms or the symptoms of COVID-19?
Early symptoms don't really, early contact doesn't have a symptom per se. But as time goes on, for the first 2 to 2 weeks, you may start having some chill, that is fever, tiredness, weakness, fever, coughing, sore throat. Then often you start having off and on fever for the next 2 weeks. You'll be having fever off on, catarrh off on, sneezing, and goes on like that. So from there, you now start thinking of going to the hospital.
Interesting. So in essence, if someone starts feeling feverish, at times when you have headache, we have malaria, some like that kind of symptom happens to you. So how do you not differentiate between the two?
Yeah, the symptoms is similar. We African, before we started having all those symptoms of maybe going to hospital, you have taken 1 or 2 malaria drugs. And when you take malaria medicine, doesn't cure coronavirus. So when you have a symptoms of fever, chilled, headache, initial stage, you go and get some of your malaria stuff. And if it did not work well, go to the hospital to go and conduct your COVID test.
Mama, but there's something happens recently. Like if you go to the hospital, when you have the normal malaria, you just target COVID-19. So people are scared of now going to the hospital to check for COVID-19 test themselves either.
Yes, because people are afraid of going to hospital, in the sense of when you have maybe catarrh and cough, they will tag you as COVID-19. But we have a government helping lines which you can call for them to come and pick up your sample in the house.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, ma. Like for someone that had coronavirus previously and he got well, maybe can the person have coronavirus subsequently in the future?
Yeah, you can still have subsequent coronavirus, in a sense that your immune system have to fight for coronavirus. Virus per se is not doesn't have really cure. So your immune system fights against the virus. So you can as well have the second virus because your immune system is low. But sometimes it's rare. It's rare, but you can get it.
Okay, ma. Like now, for someone that had a COVID-19 initially, maybe the person got vaccinated. Now I want to ask: is the coronavirus vaccine a permanent cure for COVID-19?
It's not a permanent cure. The vaccine only cure the symptoms. It cures the symptoms. Then your immune system fights the virus in your system. So it mellowed down or it calmed down the symptoms of maybe the persistent coughing, persistent sneezing, and the fever and so on. The vaccine will now let it subside it. Then whilst your immune system fights the infection in your blood.
So guys, on this want to go on a quick breather, and when we return, the hit continues, so don't go nowhere. Hello guys, welcome back from the break. We're still here on Sit on Heat on AIG Media Pro TV, and we are discussing something very important, talking about COVID-19, the second wave of COVID-19. And I still have here with me Dr. Joyce here on the show. Hello Mark. Before we went on that break, we were saying something about, talking about someone that has COVID-19 initially and maybe got cured, and another person have COVID-19. So what can we do to avoid being affected or being infected with coronavirus?
We stick to the government protocols or the NCDC protocols that go with your nose masks, social distancing. If it is necessary, you don't go out. If it's not necessary, you don't go out. Distance yourself. Social gathering, you avoid by social gathering if it is not so important. Then as well, your face masks. If you have to go out at all, you have to wear your face mask. Distancing yourself. Then avoid touching. Avoid touching of human. You can as well greet by bending, shoulder or elbow greeting or as well. But you don't need to go out when you think it is not necessary.
All right. Okay, but talking about the face mask of issues, some people say that if you wear the face mask for so long, it has its own complications. I don't know how true is that.
It's not true. You can wear face masks throughout the day. Normally, we don't wear face masks to sleep. We wear face masks throughout the day.
Okay.
And it doesn't have any effect on our breathing. Unless maybe you want to go on your normal aerobic or your exercise that you think you feel tired when you wear the nose mask, then you can do away with the nose mask when you are doing your normal aerobic or exercise. Otherwise, face mask doesn't have effect.
Okay, now, if someone, notices that he has this coronavirus, so what is the first thing to do at that point in time?
When you notice you have a coronavirus or the symptoms of coronavirus,
yes.
Call the helpline to come and pick up your sample. Avoid going out until your result comes out. Isolate yourself first. Call for the helpline. Then until your result come out, don't go out. At least to avoid the spread of the virus to people.
All right. Well, they normally say that the incubation period of that virus is 14 days or 2 weeks. So for some people that have high immunity, don't you think that 14 days is not enough for it to manifest for the coronavirus?
Yes, some people don't even have signs and symptoms at all, but which they are healthy. That's why I say they are healthy carriers.
Okay.
Where they don't have symptoms at all, but they may be a carriers.
Okay.
So by doing the test will show that this person have a COVID, but it's not having any symptoms at all. So by the time your symptoms start to appear, that means it's really blown. So you need to isolate yourself.
Okay, ma'am. Looking at coronavirus, the first phase, it wasn't as heavy as the second phase. So I want to know, why is the second phase of the coronavirus more heavier than the first phase?
Yes. For the first phase, the government was really on its toes to keep everybody at home. There was nobody going out. You don't go out. You don't have social gathering. You don't go to the market. Market people were restricted. Even normal outing was not easy for anybody to go out.
Yes.
But this second phase is much because everybody go about its normal business. Market is opening every day. Supermarkets, people go there every day. We still do our normal party and so on and so forth. So by that, it made the virus spread easily. And make more people, because when you look at last year when we were at home, if you look at the statistics and compared to from maybe December till now, it's more than when we were at home about 6 months.
Yeah. That's interesting. Now, some people are saying that when you come to Africa, let's use Nigeria as a case study, that if you look at those in abroad, that the death toll is very high, and those that are infected are very high. But when you come to Africa, or let's say Nigeria, that the rates are very low. Some are saying because of the weather. Is that actually true?
Yeah, the weather per se, because 40 degrees Celsius weaken the virus, 60 degrees Celsius at least paralyze the devil. Then about 70% Celsius of the degree of the heat kill the virus. So and we blacks too, we have our immune system is very strong to fight the virus. So why there, and moreover the weather is really count.
Okay.
Because there they don't have, sometimes they can even go for 0 Celsius.
Wow.
Which here there's no way, our normal at least 28. 27. And when the heat now go up to 40, the virus is already paralyzed.
Interesting.
So Africa here, our immunity counts, our sun, our weather too counts, make us have a stronger system to fight against the virus.
Wow. So you heard it, guys. Even when the weather is hot in Nigeria, please just enjoy it because it has its own function when it comes to the spread of the coronavirus. Okay, now I want to look at, looking at the coronavirus and looking at Ebola. When Ebola was in existence, you were like, okay, maybe this one is the high part of it, and now coronavirus. So what makes coronavirus more powerful than Ebola because of the death toll?
Yeah, Ebola was through maybe the vomiters,
okay,
and maybe the excretory from the person or the urinal from the person. But coronavirus, as I'm talking to you, any droplets is coming out.
Yeah.
But you can't see it. So by you inhaling the droplets from me, you can get it. What Ebola, apart from you secreting or vomiters, I can't have it. So it make Ebola more contented than coronavirus.
Wow, interesting. So now, for those watching at home, what are those things we need to have in our homes for preventive measures?
Yes. Well, the normal thing, you have to get your wash hand basin. When somebody is coming to your house, make sure the person first of all wash his hand. Possible, give the person sanitizer again. If the person entering your house is not having face mask, get some extra face mask there. Give the person so that you can be prevented whilst at home. Because somebody can walk in, which you don't know, because coronavirus is not written on faces of people.
Yes.
So you just prevent yourself and prevent the person. Somebody visits you at your house doesn't mean you should not wear face mask. Wear face mask to welcome whoever comes to your house. Then let the person wash his hand, sanitize the person, give social distances when you're at home, when somebody visits you.
All right, let's come to food, fruits. What kind of fruit do we need this time around because of this virus to build up our immunity system?
We need more of citrus fruits.
Okay.
Like orange, guava, tangerine. All the vitamin C source of fruits are very, very important because we have our immune system built basis on fruits that we take and vegetable. So in this type of system that we need to build our immune system, some people can go ahead and get the vitamins by the tablet form, multivitamin tablet form to help to build your immune system. But some people may not have, because even as of yesterday when I went to the market, vitamin C by 100 pieces is 4,500.
Wow.
Which average people may not afford it. And even though if you can afford, how long can you? But you can go to the market and get 15 naira orange. You can go to the market and get 100 naira guava. Okay,
man. Some people say that ginger and garlic and lemon, does it help?
Yes. Yeah, it helps. As well, take your ginger tea in the morning. In the morning, you cut your ginger into pieces. You boil it to like 100 degrees. You put your honey. Honey too is very good because it works very well in cold. When you have your cold or catarrh, you lick honey, you are free from it, or it prevents you from not at least getting it severe. So you can get your ginger tea, add with honey, you take it as your breakfast, it's better. You can as well cut your small, at least slice your garlic, mix it with honey, and you take it in the morning, which is far better, which builds natural immune system.
So guys, I hope you're picking one or two things from what our doctor is saying this morning. So please adhere to this little instructions. Get those fruits, get the garlic, get the ginger, and keep them at home in case something of that happen. So let's go on a quick break, and when we return, the hit continues. Well, it's nice to have you back from the quick break. Stay here on Sit on Hit on AIG Media Pro TV, and we're looking at coronavirus, what to do, how to prevent it, and how to avoid it at all here. And I still have my amazing doctor here telling us 1-2 tips on what to do concerning coronavirus. So now let's look at the people that are more vulnerable to get this COVID-19. Some say they are the aged people, some say those that have sick histories. I want to know who are the high risk in getting coronavirus?
The high risk of people getting coronavirus is the age people from 60 years and above, and people that they have underlying causes. Like somebody is having BP, the hypertension patient, a diabetes patient, people that have kidney infections, they are more at risk. They are more at risk. So if there's somebody is over 60 years and you know you have a hypertension, you know you have a diabetes, you have at least health challenges, you don't need to move about when it's not necessary, because you are at risk. Moreover, when you are getting at age, the immune system tend to go down. So your immune system is very low to at least fight infections. So even though you don't have any underlying causes and you are aged, try your minimize your going out.
Okay, but let's come down to the children now. So I want to know, these kids, they go out to school, you know, you don't know who they mingle with in school and all that. So what would the parents do to these young ones so that they will not get this virus, because they're very, very delicate to this?
Yeah, the young ones, you know, they have their immune system is still strong. Because they are building up, they eat a lot of food, they eat a lot of vitamins, so their system is a little bit strong. Because if you count among the people that they are affected with coronavirus, children are less born because their immune system is strong. But that one doesn't mean you are not going to prevent them. When they are going out, you let them, at least you teach them how to relate with their friends in the school. Give them the nose masks. When they come back from school, make sure you shower them before they even get, and teach them not to touch their face, their nose, their ear, and their eyes. Because when you have infected person that touch the person, you get your hand to the eye, it's very, very light to transmit any infection. So you just give them that health education at home, so that they will not infect themselves.
So finally, they want to give advice to our viewers watching out there, because some don't believe that corona still exists. They have this mentality that, oh, come on, it's not true, it's one of those lies. Please tell them.
Corona is real. Coronavirus is real. Coronavirus is a heavy range of virus that is going about through any means. You can get any secretion from your patient, from every patient or any infected person, you can get coronavirus. It's real. We have to prevent ourselves. If it's not necessary, we don't go out. And we are going out, we have to keep the measures. You can get your small sanitizer inside your bag. If you have any contact with somebody, sanitize your hand immediately. If there is possible water, wash your hand as frequent as it can be. Because coronavirus is real. Don't let people deceive you. Don't let say it's a scammer, government is using it to take money from NDC, or wherever. Stick to the protocol of WHO, and I think we'll be free from coronavirus if all stay at home and do our normal business.
Well, guys, so comes to the end of this week's edition of Sit on Heat on AIG Media Pro. For more information about the show, for sponsorship and advert, please visit our social media platforms at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at AIG Media Pro. And also visit our website at www.aigmediapro.tv. And also please subscribe on our YouTube channel at AIG Media Pro. So see you same time, same week, here, same station, with another amazing guest and a fresh topic here on the show. I remain your humble host. My name is Michael Young. Have a great day and God bless you.